Hey, what's happening, everybody? I know it's been a while since I've scoped, but I am here to just talk a little bit about branding and entrepreneurship. I am a video production and marketing specialist, and I wanted to talk a little bit about branding and marketing from an individual perspective. I know that there are quite a bit of people that have ideas or have a product service that they intend to show to the world, but they don't know exactly where to start. So I haven't put down any specific criteria on how to just go through and start branding yourself. For me, it comes with a lot of digital homework. One is, of course, social media. Social media is the easiest way to get going from a digital perspective as far as branding is concerned. Of course, that's how people see the world now, is through their phones and their tablets, and sometimes through the computer. But the quickest thing that you can do is get you a profile picture that is high quality, and maybe get you something that is digitally attractive to the eye to explain who you are. There are some applications on your phones that can give you some things creatively to help you express yourself, like from a banner perspective on your social media. So those are a couple things that you can do. I think that getting a logo is important also. They're not that expensive to get if you have a product or service, but try to keep it very simple. Don't overdo it. Don't do a whole lot of colors unless it's a colorful theme. I see a lot of people that take selfies or just take a random picture that they found on the internet and use that to brand themselves. There's nothing wrong with doing that to get going, but ideally you can look just as professional as a multi-millionaire if you get high quality photographs or any type of digital picture, either done yourself or, like I said, done with an application on your phone, or finding someone that uses Photoshop or Illustrator to produce high quality images. To me, that's the number one thing, because if you establish the look and the feel of who you are and what it is you want to do, after that, your dialogue really just falls into place. So I'm just thinking that from the perspective of branding, that's how you really want to get started. The next thing you want to do is tell a bio, and your bio can be on any social media platform. Some social medias have a restriction on how much bio information that you can actually have, and it's important that you try to use that as an elevator pitch. So try to explain who you are, what it is you do, how you got into it, and what makes you different than the others that do what you do. Those are just a few tips that I can add. In places like Twitter and I think Instagram, don't hesitate to use hashtags in your bio. In a more professional setting or laid out bio like LinkedIn or Facebook, you take your bio and you expand on it a little bit. You can say where you come from. You can say where you went to school. You can tell people some added things about yourself, whether or not you have children, or do you like fishing, or a type of sport that you like, something that'll draw an individual into you if you all relate to each other. And these are for extensive bios. A lot of people do it on short bios too, but to me it's like, saying that you're a mom on Twitter is like, whoop-de-doo, that's something that we could figure out later on in developing our relationship. And I just say that because, you know, Twitter and Instagram, places like that, they're straight to the point. But I really want to know on Twitter and Facebook why I need to follow you. You know, if I'm going to follow you because you're a mom or you're a dad or you have children, well, that's information that I can review within your timeline or things that we can relate to in such a way. I'm not necessarily going to follow you because you're a parent, in addition to, you know, you providing a service for me. But that's neither here nor there, and I'm not trying to judge. So what I think is that when we get into the bios, don't be too extensive. Don't hesitate to use emojis also, and those are cool. I think that there's a long way that you can go with presenting yourself. In your timeline, just talk about what it is you do. Say what you're doing today within your business. Find like-minded people. Follow them. Relate to them in such a way that you all can have conversations about certain things. Like I'm a videographer and an editor. I talk to videographers and editors, and I talk about equipment and things like that. If you sell clothes, find other boutiques that sell the same type of clothes that you do. Talk back and forth about what the industry is doing or what's relative, what season is in. These are the things that help you to build your brand, because people come to your social media timeline and they find out who you are. Also comment on other people's blogs. You know, there's nothing wrong with, just because you are an established person in what it is you do, you can also comment on other people's blogs. And that's a way to build a relationship with other people and other people in your field. And then on top of that, the people that are also commenting on those blogs, they will see you and see who you are, see your comments, and maybe come to you and find out what it is you do. So, you know, it's a lot of little stuff that comes with branding, and it's a lot of exercise, it's a lot of muscle work. But I mean, for us entrepreneurs nowadays, we can do a lot of work from the seat of our pants and from the confined space of our home or home office, even from our bed, to make comments and things like that, you know, just to briefly exercise the power that we have with the internet. So don't take that for granted. I think it's important that in branding, you constantly stay at it. You put yourself in a position where you can be seen and heard. You know, use your social media platforms, use live videos like I'm using right now. You know, you fall into a lengthy production if you're doing video where you need to edit it, and that's not always easy. You know, you need a video production company. Don't hesitate to hit us up. Subtlevisions.net is the website. SUBTLEVISIONS.net. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we do a lot of stuff, and we're producing videos and stuff for YouTube. You can also email me at jsmith@subtlevisions.net. So, you know, that's just some tips on branding. I wanted to talk about branding a little bit. So, you know, I look forward to chatting with a lot of people. And, you know, if you got some questions or you need some information or you want to exercise some things, don't hesitate to hit me up. And again, this is Jason Smith of Subtle Visions, and I'll talk to you guys later.